Hey, everybody. I just wanted to take a minute from my home, social distancing, to let you know where we're at with our campaign. So many of you have asked, how's it going? And so I wanted to give you an update of the exciting progress that is going on in the JMAC for Congress camp. For those of you who are not sure, because I still get asked a lot, did we make it on the ballot? Yes, we will be in the primary. There will be 4 of us on the primary ballot at the end of June. And we accomplished that by collecting signatures to get on the ballot. So we collected over 13,000 signatures. Unbelievable, the amount of support from volunteers and those willing to sign our petition to get us on the ballot. So let me just thank you so much for your support in that regard. Then we went to compete in the convention, and we made every single effort we could to speak to every single delegate. I spent 2.5 weeks straight making delegate phone calls all day, every day. My intent was to speak to every single delegate and share with them my feelings on this government and what makes this country great, and how conservatism combined with capitalism is the key to our success. And we need to choose leaders who can articulate that message and do it without the insults and the attacks, so that we can actually move the needle back in our direction, and we can actually grow conservatism and restore it to the ranks and numbers that it used to have. So I spoke with, I don't know how many delegates I spoke with, but we also had 5 digital town hall meetings for delegates. We did everything in our power to reach out and to share our message. And we took 3rd in the convention, which honestly, I was very happy with. We did not go into the convention being such an outsider, feeling that, not knowing how competitive we would be. So I want to thank those delegates personally who gave me their first vote or their second vote. But more than that, I want to thank all of the delegates. I was so impressed in my discussions with every single delegate. The love for this country, the patriotism, the love for the state of Utah, and the respect for the process. The delegates who were involved in this process, every one of you that I spoke to, inspired me. I was so impressed with your diligence in seeking to represent your constituents. I spoke to people, it was 3 days of digital voting, and we called people on Saturday who hadn't voted, and I would ask them, hey, how come you haven't voted yet? And they said, well, there's still a couple of people in my neighborhood that I just want to hear back from before I cast this vote. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing how important that part of representation is for you. So let me thank the delegates. And in the process, I want to thank the Utah Republican Party for putting together a digital convention in a matter of weeks and pulling it off with such tremendous success. You guys did an amazing job. So I want to thank you for that. So we took 3rd in the convention. So now we go to the primary. So the primary will be the end of June. We're about 8 weeks away. And that will decide who runs against Ben McAdams. And I am asking, as you know, for your support to represent you to run against Ben McAdams. I believe that I am the one person in this race who has the only chance to beat him. And the reason I believe that is because I am the only candidate that enjoys broad support from every side of the political spectrum. I have broad support from conservatives. We saw that and witnessed it in the convention. We see it in polling. But I also pull strongly from the middle. And I also pull strongly from blue districts, blue voting districts within the 4th congressional district. We know this from polling, that in districts where the other candidates in the primary could never hope to pull votes from Mill Creek or South Salt Lake or West Valley, we pull very well. And the reason for that is because I've been on the radio for 9 years. I've had a 9-year daily dialogue with voters. They know who I am. They know my heart. They know I'm not perfect. They know I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. But they appreciate my honesty, my fearless honesty. And they're willing to look past a political divide because they know my heart. And because of that support, I will be able to beat Ben McAdams, because I will pull support from him. I will pull from blue voting districts. I will pull from the middle. And of course, I will have support from conservatives in the state of Utah. And I believe it's time to get a conservative back in District 4. That Ben McAdams may be a nice guy, but he's wrong for 4. He does not represent the interests of District 4, even though he says that he does. He just doesn't. And we need somebody who doesn't just look across the aisle. We need somebody who is a champion for conservative values, because it's conservative values that have brought the greatness upon this country. And that is something that I can prove. That is something where I can change hearts and minds. You know, one of the things that people most commonly say to me about my show is they say, you make me think. You know, I'll tell somebody about an important issue where they felt that they were firm in their stance, and they'll sit back and they'll kind of give me this look and they'll go, you know, I never thought of it that way. And that's what I have the power to do, change hearts and minds. That's why I am the best choice to represent District 4. Now, I'm not perfect. People ask me, do I have any skeletons in my closet? There's no room left in my closet. But I've been very vocal and very honest about the hardships of my life and the choices that I've made. And so those things have made me stronger. And you know me from the radio. From my time on KSL, I don't run away from my mistakes. I run towards them. They're the source of who I am. All of my strengths come from what I've overcome. And a lot of times we choose people who are career politicians, who are inexperienced in life, and they don't understand the unintended consequences of their choices and their legislation, or they think that we need a big booming federal government and that the states have limited authority. It's just something that I believe is a strong reason to look in my direction. So anyway, back to how you can help, because I need your help and your support. We need your donations. We are coming from the outside, so the traditional funding sources have not looked in our direction yet. And honestly, I would rather be supported financially by you. The vast majority of our donations have come from first-time donators, which we love. And so I would prefer that I represented you fully. And the best way to do that is for you to donate $25, $50, whatever it is, to our campaign. Go to jmacforutah.com. If you could make a monthly donation, that would be amazing. $25 a month. We've got 2 months to make sure that we continue to lead in the polls, 2 months to get our message out, 2 months to raise enough money to earn the right to represent Republicans in the fight to take back District 4. In those 2 months, I need your help, especially because much of that time I'm going to be campaigning from home. And so that gives us even a greater need for financial help. Now, if you're in a place where you can't help us financially because of the pandemic, then I completely understand. Please take care of yourself. Please take care of your family first. That's obviously most important. If you're somebody who is working from home, but financially you're still doing the same, then please consider helping us out. And again, you can help us out by going to jmacforutah.com and help us out by making a donation. Help us out by sharing our videos and help us by sharing our message. And again, thank you for your support. Stay safe. Hopefully Utah opens up again here real soon. Hopefully we can get out there on the campaign trail and I can meet you personally and I can share with you my dreams and my vision for this country. In the meantime, I'll continue to reach out to you from home. And if you watch our social media, you can be notified when we do our digital town halls. And so hopefully we'll have a chance to talk some more in the future, and I can continue to share with you my beliefs and my vision for this wonderful country. So bless you. Go to jmacforutah.com, make a donation, and help us take back Utah for this year. It's time. It's time that it comes back home to conservatism.